First of all, thank you everyone for being here. And I want to give a special thanks to Linda Lott and her staff and all her supporters who helped make MS a great success. But we can't forget about all the major sponsors who help MS be successful at these events. Mary is a great community supporter. Her and her company support, I think, every event that takes place in Reno. She has a giving heart, not only for her company, but personally. I look at Mary and I think she's one of those people, if something needs to be done, Mary can get it done. It's a great honor for Mary to receive this very prestigious award. I don't know anybody more deserving to have this award. But also Mary is one of those people that does so much but never looks for any recognition. So Mary, thank you so very much for being part of MS and helping in making MS a very successful event. And it takes a lot of people to make that happen. Mary, thank you very much and wishing you the best in the future.
I'd like to welcome you all to the MS Dinner of Champions. To honor Mary Simmons tonight, one of my dear friends, I look forward to a few stories about her tonight. Well, a couple of things that I think about when I think of Mary Simmons are the highest level of integrity, an unbelievable work ethic, a consummate professional, and she has this unique ability to rally people around her when there are problems or emergencies, and we saw that all the time at NV Energy, so she is truly a great leader. Well, I got asked what might be some of Mary's most important accomplishments. You know, and one in particular sticks out for me. I mean, here is this young lady from Ely, Nevada, and she works her way up the ranks in one of the biggest companies in the state to become an officer and a senior executive. She's a true community leader, somebody that's respected throughout the community, and for me, that's an achievement that just is incredible. And so, congratulations, Mary. So an interesting story that occurred happened to Mary and I. We were down in Las Vegas, staying at the MGM, and we were working on the merger between Nevada Power Company and Sierra Pacific Power Company. And the night we were staying at the MGM, one of the nights, it happened to be when they were having the ESPYs. Mary and I looked at this and we're both sports fans and said, hey, let's try and get a ticket to go to the ESPYs tonight. And of course it was sold out, we couldn't get in. So Mary comes up with the bright idea that we'll just sneak into the ESPYs, right? Sneak in here at the MGM. So I'm up for this. So we work our way around through the maze of little tunnels and stuff, and finally, believe it or not, get underneath the stands while the ESPYs is going on. So we're kind of peeking through the cracks and looking around, and we're starting to see a little bit of what was going on, and we get a tap on the shoulder, and it's a security guard. And he's going, well, what are you guys doing in here? Well, Mary right away says, don't you recognize that we are a couple of officers in one of the biggest companies in the state of Nevada? And of course, the security guard was really impressed by that. And he takes us by the arm and escorts us out of the casino. So Mary, it's the only time I've ever been run out of a casino, and it was with you, I'm proud to say. MS could not have picked a more deserving person to get their annual award. Mary has achieved so many things and is such a great community leader and has always embraced the nonprofit entities in our community. Mary, we're really proud of you. Congratulations on this award, well deserved.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so glad you're all here to honor Mary Simmons and NV Energy. Mary is a rare jewel in our community and one to be treasured. So Mary's an enigma. She's a CPA that never gets her taxes in on time. She's married to a cowboy, but she's allergic to horses, and she looks like a button-down business person. But I have seen her in a crazy mode, even in a Medusa hat. Mary's like a Northern Nevada walking history lesson. One time when we were on our way to cowboy poetry, we were pulling off at many exits, and Mary was giving us the history of the area and the significance of the community or the landmark that we were seeing. As a matter of fact, we pulled off in Winnemucca and had lunch at a pizzeria, a wonderful brick pizzeria, and it used to be her aunt's laundry, if I have the story right. Not only does Mary know a lot about Northern Nevada history, she was born and raised in Ely. She is Northern Nevada history. So what you may not know about Mary is that she's married to a cowboy, so she knows her way around horses and cows. She participates in brandings. One of my favorite stories about Mary is when she wrote a cowboy poem to a bunch of cowboys who left her alone in a ring with a charging bull. So one of the most important accomplishments, I think, both for NV Energy and for Mary, is that their community support hasn't wavered over the years. It's been there year after year, just like they've supported the MS Society for so many years. Mary, we love you, cowgirl. You do a great job. You're awesome.
I've had the pleasure of knowing Mary Simmons for more than a decade, while serving on various community boards, including the University of Nevada Reno Foundation and the local Chamber of Commerce. Mary's deeply committed to our state and our community, giving her time, talent, and treasure to many organizations, whether it be the Cowboy Poetry Festival in Elko, or the state's crown jewel, Lake Tahoe, via the Tahoe Fund, or the MS Society right here in Northern Nevada. Mary's dedicated like no other. Mary's a role model for NV Energy. She's held leadership positions in accounting, finance, tax, regulatory, and corporate strategy. Mary's a certified public accountant. Mary will also promptly correct you if you misstate Nevada's energy rates relative to other western states. AT&T and NV Energy have had a partnership at the local PGA golf tournament for nearly a decade. And it was just last year that we seemed to have a flying insect problem. And it was about the same time that Mary took a great affection for the electrified fly swatter. She took such an affection for it that we purchased her very own. Honoring Mary Simmons at this event is a great way to raise funds for the MS Society. In fact, a good family friend has suffered from MS for more than 2 decades, and my son's aunt also suffers from MS. She's hosted numerous fundraisers and always gathers a large team for the annual walk. Mary, thanks for making our community a better place to live and work. I'm personally grateful for all you've done.
I am so pleased for Mary Simmons to be honored this evening. You know, every community would be very lucky to have somebody like Mary Simmons in their community doing what she does. She is one of those rare individuals that really embraces the notion and the importance of giving back to the community so that we all have a better place to live and work and raise our families. So Mary and NV Energy have both been so committed to our community and so many great causes, not the least of which is MS. And again, so appropriate that she's being honored here tonight. Very proud of you, Mary. Mary has such a great leadership style, and it's this unique combination of some pretty cool qualities. She's so genuine, very thoughtful in her approach, really is so reliable. I mean, when you ask Mary to do something, you know that it's going to get done. And probably the best part is she always injects this sense of humor in everything that she does, and so it makes it just a pleasure working with her on various causes in the community. I think that steady hand and that approach and just the way she conducts herself from a leadership standpoint has been so helpful in the many organizations that she's been involved with. I want to talk about Mary's golf game for just a minute. You know, she'll tell you she's not really very good, but that's just all a setup. What she'll do is she'll tell you she's not very good, then she'll somehow work her way into making a little wager with you, and the next thing you know, you're giving her strokes, and then it's all over. She's taking your money. I'm just saying, watch out for her. Mary, I just really do want to again extend my sincere congratulations to you for this honor. It's so well deserved. There's no one in this room that would argue the fact that you have been such an integral part of this community on behalf of yourself and your fabulous company, NV Energy. Congratulations to you and to your family, and keep doing what you're doing.
Welcome to the MS Dinner of Champions. I'm so pleased that the MS Society is honoring Mary Simmons tonight. Now, Mary and I have worked together at NV Energy for 30 years. And for the last 10, I've been joined at the hip with Mary. I work for her. She has done nearly every job that a person could possibly imagine at the utility company. But you know, she's kind of a rags to riches story, actually. When she moved from humble Ely, Nevada, and she moved to the big city of Reno, she started her career, this wasn't at the utility company, but she was cleaning restrooms along the I-80 corridor. And so you can see that she's really risen to fame and stardom to where she is today at NV Energy. Mary is one of the most generous, kind-hearted people you would ever want to meet. She's a tough businesswoman, but she's also got a heart of gold. She's really tender-hearted. And so I guess I would say about Mary, if I were going to describe Mary, that she is an accountant to the core, but she is really one of the kindest, most generous people I've ever known. But I really want to say on behalf of NV Energy how pleased we are that the MS Society is honoring Mary Simmons tonight, and I hope you enjoy this dinner.
Welcome to the MS Dinner of Champions. My name is Reed Simmons, and the honoree this evening is Mary Simmons. She happens to be my wife. She and I met years and years ago in 1974, I believe, at UNR. We're both graduates there, and we hit it off immediately. We lived in the White Pine Hall, and the thing that attracted me to Mary immediately was her sense of humor, because it matches mine. She's a crazy lady from Ely. I'm a crazy guy from Yerington, and two small town kids got together, and we really knew we hit it off, and we had a connection immediately, although we were friends at first and then became husband and wife 33 years ago, as a matter of fact. Mary is one of the most talented, humble people that I've ever had the pleasure to know. She was that way when I met her, and she's that way today. I've had the pleasure of watching her career path over these years, and through it all, she's just remained true to herself, and she's the same person today as she was 30 years ago. And the friends that she has recognize that in her, and she is very approachable, and is something that I just have come to truly admire about her. Mary recently celebrated 30 years with NV Energy, and I've had the pleasure of watching her career path for these last 30 years, and through it all, I've never seen someone who has been more focused on the company's needs versus her own, or other people's needs versus her own. And she is someone who, I think in her heart, believes that what's best for the company ultimately will be good for her as well. Or is what's best for people who work for her or with her will also be good for her as well. But she has always been focused on someone else or the company's needs, and never on her own. And that's probably the secret as to why she's done so well. Congratulations, Sonny, on your special award tonight. I personally couldn't be more proud. I'm one lucky cowboy. And when you walk up on that stage, I'll probably pop a few buttons, so when you go up, be sure to bring protective eyewear with you. Congratulations again, and I love you.